Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another reading of the Bible. We're going to continue our reading of Isaiah. We are in chapter 33, continuing from yesterday. And here we go. Woe to thee who spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, and dealeth treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease the spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal they shall deal treacherously with thee. Kind of confusing there. Woe to thee who spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, and dealeth treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. Kind of getting revenge for stuff that they didn't deserve. The enemies didn't, didn't deserve. O Lord, be gracious unto us. We have waited for thee. Be thou their arm every morning, our salvation also in the time of trouble. At the noise of the tumult, the people fled. At the lifting up of thyself, the nations were scattered. Your spoil shall be gathered like the gathering of the caterpillar, as the running to and fro of locusts shall he run upon them. The Lord is exalted, for he dwelleth on high. He hath filled Zion with judgment and righteousness. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Behold, their valiant ones shall cry outside. The ambassadors of peace shall weep bitterly. The highways lie waste, the wayfaring man ceaseth. He hath broken the covenant, he hath despised the cities, he regardeth no man. The earth mourneth and languisheth, Lebanon is shamed and hewn down. Sharon, that's another name for Israel. Sharon is like a wilderness, and Bashan and Carmel shake off their fruits. Now will I rise, saith the Lord. Now will I be exalted. Now will I lift up myself. Ye shall conceive chaff, ye shall bring forth stubble, your breath as fire shall devour. The people shall be as the burnings of lime, as thorns cut up shall they be burned in the fire. Hear, ye that who are far off, what I have done, and ye who are near, acknowledge my might or power, dunamis in Greek. The sinners in Zion are afraid. Fearfulness hath surprised the hypocrites. Who among us shall dwell with the devouring? Who among us shall dwell with the everlasting burdens? Excuse me. He that walketh righteously and speaketh uprightly, he that despiseth the gain of oppressions, who shaketh his hands from holding of bribes, who stoppeth his ears from hearing of blood, and shutteth his eyes from seeing evil. He shall dwell on high, his place of defense shall be the munitions of rocks, bread shall be given him, his waters shall be sure. Thine eyes shall see the king in his beauty, they shall behold the land that is afar off, very far off. Thine heart shall meditate terror. Where's the scribe? Where's the receiver? Where's he who counted the towers? Thou shalt not see a fierce people, a people of a deeper speech than thou canst perceive, of a stammering tongue that thou canst not understand. Excuse me. Look upon Zion, the city of our solemnities. Thine eyes shall see Jerusalem, a quiet habitation, a tabernacle that shall not be taken down. Not one of the stakes thereof shall ever be removed, neither shall any of the cords thereof be broken. But there the glorious Lord will be unto us as a place. Excuse me, but there the glorious Lord will be unto us a place of broad rivers and streams, wherein shall go no galley with oars, neither shall gallant ships pass thereby. For the Lord is our judge, the Lord is our lawgiver, the Lord is our king, he will save us. Thy tacklings are loosed, they could not well strengthen their mast, they could not spread the sail. Then is the prey of a great spoil divided. The lame take the prey. The inhabitants shall not say, I am sick. The people who dwell therein shall be forgiven their iniquity. Chapter 34. Well, I think I read chapter 2. Oh, yes, I did. Okay. So 34, here we go. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, on all that is therein, the world, all things that come forth of it. Excuse me. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink, or the stench, shall come up out of the carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. All the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down, as a leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, and that's where the Herodians came from. It's Idumean used to be called Edom. They renamed it Idumea, and that's where Herod the Great came from. And upon the people of my cursed judgment. So let me read that verse 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, and upon the people of my curse to judgment. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, and the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord hath a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. That's that country again. Excuse me. Verse 6. Let me make sure that's correct. Yep, Edom. Verse 7. The unicorns. Wait, there's unicorns? Actual unicorns exist? The unicorns, verse 7, is actually wild oxen. I like that better. The wild oxen shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. The streams thereof shall be turned into pitch. That's tar, probably. And the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become a burning pitch. It shall not be quenched, night or day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever. From generation to generation it shall lie waste. None shall pass through it forever and ever. But the cormorant and the bittern shall possess it. The owl also and the raven shall dwell in it. And he shall stretch out upon it the line of confusion, and the stones of emptiness. That shall call the nobles thereof to the kingdom, but none shall be there, and all her princes shall be nothing. Thorns shall come up in her palaces, nettles and brambles in the fortresses thereof, and it shall be a habitation of dragons and the court of owls. Now the word dragons in verse 13 is jackals. Jackals, I believe. Yes, jackals. Verse 14, the wild beasts of the desert shall also meet with the wild beasts of the island, and a satyr, and a satyr, Satyr, shall cry to his fellow. The screech owl also shall rest there, and find for herself a place of rest. There shall be great owl. There shall the great owl make her nest and lay and hatch. Make her nest, lay and hatch, and gather under her shadow. There shall be vultures also be gathered. There shall the vultures also be gathered, every one with her mate. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord, and read. No one of these shall fail. None shall want her mate. For my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered them. He hath cast the lot for them, and his hand hath divided it into them by line. They shall possess it forever. From generation to generation shall they dwell therein. All right, that's 34. 35 is only 10 verses. And I believe once we get to 35, okay. Once we get to 30, I'll read 35, but I'll have to stop there because I want to post a video on I think they call it the end cards, the cards. Because once you finish reading chapter 35, you get into Micah chapter 2. So according to the chronological Bible. So I'm going to read 35 and I'll end it there. And I'll give you a link to Micah chapter 2. Okay? So here's 35. It's only 10 verses. Here we go. The wilderness and the solitary place shall be glad for them, and the desert shall rejoice and blossom as the rose. It shall blossom abundantly and rejoice even with joy and singing. The glory of Lebanon shall be given unto it, the excellency of Carmel and Sharon, that's Israel, or Jerusalem. They shall see the glory of the Lord and the excellency of our God. Strengthen ye the weak hands, and confirm the feeble knees. Say to them who are of a fearful heart, be strong, fear not. Behold, your God will come with vengeance, even God with a recompense. He will come and save you. Then the eyes of the blind shall be opened, and the ears of the deaf shall be unstopped. Then shall the lame man leap as a hart, H-A-R-T, as a hart, and the tongue of the dumb sing. For in the wilderness shall waters break out in streams in the desert. The parched ground shall become a pool, and the thirsty land springs of water. In the habitation of dragons, that's jackals, where each lay shall be grass with reeds and rushes. A highway shall be there, and a way, and it shall be called the way of holiness. Now the word way is verse 8, the road, okay, the road. There should be a highway, and then they say there's a road. So and a road, and it shall be called the road or way of holiness. The unclean shall not pass over it, but shall be for those. The wayfaring man, the fools, shall not err therein. No lion shall be there, nor any ravenous beast shall go up thereon. It shall not be found there, but the redeemed shall walk there. The ransomed of the Lord shall return and come to Zion with songs and everlasting joy upon their heads. They shall obtain joy and gladness, and sorrow and sighing shall flee away. That's chapter 35. That's 33 to 35. Then we'll get into Micah 2, and I'll give you a link for that. Okay? Have a great night. Bye-bye.